Today's Namaste Yoga class is a class on breath. Hello and welcome to episode 118 of Namaste Yoga. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I want to, first of all, thank Squeezed Yoga Clothing for our awesome clothing. You can check them out at www.squeezed.ca. I'm wearing their new leggings. I have the only pair right now. These are actually the prototype. The ones that are coming on their site will have Om Mani Padme Om printed on the bottom of the pants. I can't wait till I get those ones. I wanted to also thank you all so much for your kind donations. They do help us with the costs associated with producing and distributing and promoting this free weekly podcast so that we can let as many people know about this. And also on that note, I wanted to thank all of you for supporting Namaste Yoga. On YouTube, we hit 250,000 views this past week. So thank you to all of you who are watching us every week. A few things coming up. I'm going to be hosting a yoga retreat at Lotus Heart Retreat Center in Brighton, Ontario, at Lotus Heart Retreat Center from April 20th to 22nd in 2012. I'd love for you to come and join me there. The point of this retreat is really to work with people who have been doing a lot of yoga with me on the web, and so that you have an opportunity to work with me in person. So I would love for you to make the trek, a little road trip to southwestern Ontario. No, southeastern Ontario. Somewhere in Ontario. Google map us. And also, I will be in Ireland in May at Flourish Fest from May 18th to 20th. So I'll be there at Castletown, Westmeath. You can find me at Yoga Festival Ireland on Facebook there. And also like us on Facebook at Your Namaste Yoga. Okay, so that's all our administrative things. So, okay. Thank you. That's all the administrative things I have for today. You will need props. So today you will need a bolster. If you have a bolster, if you don't, that's okay. You can manage without one. And I will get you starting lying on your back. And I will lie down with you to begin our practice. Okay, so depending on your low back, you can either lie with your knees bent or your legs straight. Just see what feels best in your body right now. And you could choose to change this too. And I'm going to get you to start with your hands on your belly. And without trying to shift or change anything, just begin by feeling the rise and fall of your belly underneath your hands. So breath movement in your low belly. You don't have to try and make it any bigger than it already is. Just experience with what's already happening. And then take your hands and move them up your body to your rib cage. And you can either place them to the outside of your rib cage like this, or it may be easier to almost give your body a hug and wrap your arms around so your fingers are on the outside of your rib cage, whatever allows you to relax more. And now feel your breath come into your lungs and leave your lungs in the middle part of your torso here. And experience your breath in this part of your body. So no need to make it any bigger or smaller than it wants to be. No right or wrong way to do this. Just experiencing what's happening right now in this moment. So feel the difference between the layers of your internal body, maybe the softness of your internal body, and the harder layer of your external body here. And now take your hands and move them up to your upper chest. And feel breath movement in this part of your body. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Noticing any tendency to force it to be bigger than it is or want it to be bigger than it is, and just let it be gentle. Or even vice versa, to force it to be smaller than it is. So see to what extent you can be with what is happening now. And then take your hands down by the side of your body. And we're going to do that whole thing again without your hands on your body. So first, bring your awareness to your belly and feel the breath in your belly. Feel your belly round as you breathe in, and then feel the wall of your belly drop back as you breathe out. And now bring your awareness to the center of your torso and feel your rib cage expand. Feel your lungs fill with your breath. Feel that lateral movement of your breath. And feel your breath moving through the mid part of your torso. And then bring your awareness to your upper chest without taking your hands there. And feel the breath around your heart center. So just feel for breath movement all around your heart center here. And now we're going to put all these pieces together really gently. So take a little breath into your belly and pause. Breathe a little bit more into the middle of your torso. Pause. Breathe a little bit more into your upper chest. Pause. And then breathe out. Breathe into your belly. Pause. Breathe into your rib cage. Pause. Breathe into your heart center. Pause. And then breathe out. Breathe into your belly. Breathe into your lungs. Breathe into your heart. And breathe out. Gently draw breath into your abdomen. Pause. Gently draw breath into your middle torso. Pause. Gently draw breath into your upper body. Pause. And breathe out. So continue like this, breathing into your 3 parts in your own breath rhythm, really gently. Noticing any tendencies to rush. Noticing any tendencies to grip or hold your breath. Noticing any tendencies to really grasp for air, to really take in so much, knowing that there's more than enough, that your breath can be really gentle here. Okay, great. So from here, if you don't already have your knees bent, you can bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, and then hug your right knee into your chest. And depending on your knees, you can either hold on your shin, or if you have any knee issues, it's a better idea to hold on behind your knee. And then you're going to breathe in and let your knee move away from your body, and breathe out and draw your knee in towards your chest. So breathe out, your belly rounds, your knee moves away from your body. And towards your chest. So as you breathe out, your belly presses your leg away. No, as you breathe in, your belly presses your leg away. And as you breathe out, your belly draws back and your leg is able to move in. Okay, and then lower your right leg down. And you're going to switch sides. So bend your left leg in and hold on to your left leg, either on your shin or behind your leg. And then inhale, your leg moves away. And exhale, draw your knee in towards your torso. Inhale away. Exhale to your torso. Moving slowly and gently with your breath. Feel the back of your pelvis level against the ground, heavy. Okay, great. And then release your left leg to the ground. We're going to do a twist with a focus on the 3 parts of your torso again. And if you have your bolster here, you can use it. Or if you don't, that's okay. You don't have to. You could use some rolled up blankets here, or you could use your blocks lined up here. You're going to extend your left leg down, so your bolster or your blankets or your blocks are on your left side. Your arms are in a soft T position. Your right leg is bent with your foot flat on the floor. Press into your right foot. Lift your pelvis up off the ground. Tuck your left hip under. Cross your right leg over to the left side of your body. And then you'll rest your right leg on the bolster or on the ground or in your blocks or on whatever prop you're using. And you look over your right shoulder. So feel for your breath in your belly here. Feel for your breath in your rib cage.
And feel for your breath in your upper chest. And then slowly come out of the twist here.
Press into your right foot. Untuck your hips. And switch the side of your props. And if you're not using any props, then you won't have to switch the sides. Bend your left leg. Place your left foot on the floor. You're going to press into your left foot. Tuck your right hip under. And cross your left leg over onto your bolster, or your blocks, or your blankets. Spin your breastbone up towards the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder. So let's try 3-part breath on this side. You're going to breathe into your belly. Breathe into your rib cage. Breathe into your upper chest. And breathe out. Breathe in belly. Breathe in ribs. Breathe in upper chest. And breathe out. And try that a few times. Okay, and then you're going to roll back onto your back. Place your left foot onto the ground, untuck your hips, come onto your back, and then maybe just hug your knees into your chest, rock your pelvis from side to side. And let's make our way over onto all fours, and we're going to do some cat pose. But first, I'm going to have a little bit of water. My throat is really dry. Okay, we will be using that again. Actually, let me just tell you, this one, if you live in Canada, especially if you live in the West Coast, this is from Half Moon. And I live on the East Coast in Ontario, so I ordered mine from Amazon. And I got mine for $55 from a distributor from Amazon. And if you live in the States, you have like a gazillion distributors on Amazon that sell these. So I can't even tell you which one to order from. If you live in Canada, there's like one. So that makes it easy. But yeah, they're pretty easy to get, I think. So and they're a great prop to have. I think a great tool to have. I think one of the best props to have in your practice. Okay, so let's come on all fours. We're going to do cat pose on your forearms today. So come down onto your forearms. And what I want you to do is to practice good form for inversions already. So place your elbows in your forearms so that they're parallel and right underneath your shoulders. So what students often do is this, and it sets up really bad form. It's hard on your shoulders. So bring your elbows right underneath your shoulders and make sure that they're parallel to your wrists. And then from here, we'll do cat pose. So you'll breathe out and round up through your back. And breathe in and arch through your back. And we'll go back and forth through these two poses. Okay, and then come up onto your hands and turn sideways on your mat. Take your right leg out to your side and level off your pelvis here. So, this means level your hip bones side to side. And also, if your pelvis was a bowl of water, you don't want to tip your bowl of water forward or backwards. And then reach up your left arm and really lengthen up through your side body, and you're going to bend sideways here. So imagine if you were a fish that you're opening up your gills on your side body here. Okay, and then reach up and come to the other side. So switch to the other side. Take your left leg out to the other side, toes face forward, level off your hip bones. Reach up through your fingertips. Reach up, really open up all those ribs. Imagine opening up those fish gills. And then side bend up and over. Keep your shoulder open here. Okay, reach up through your fingertips and come up. And then from here, we're in a great position to come up to standing. From standing, inhale, take your arms overhead. Hold on to your elbows. If you have a wall that you can work with here and put your whole back body against the wall, is a really good idea. You're going to lengthen up through your whole body, tuck your tail under, draw your navel back to your spine, exhale and side bend here. Keep your left shoulder back. And then inhaling, come up to standing. And exhale, side bend over to the other side. release. And then here we're going to come into a standing forward fold. So drop your chin to your chest and fold all the way forward. Okay, and this is one option. I'm going to do this. Here's another option with your elbows on your knees. So do what works best in your body. Okay, and then come back up to standing, and you're going to take your left arm up and place it on your left shoulder blade behind you. And then you'll take your right hand and place it on your right elbow. Lengthen up through your whole left side of your body and side bend. And then come up, just shake that side out. And then do that on the other side. So take your right arm up, place your right hand on your shoulder blade. And then take your left hand, place it on your right elbow. Lengthen up through your whole, my left and right's just so confusing. Okay, this is your right. Side bend to your left. Oh my gosh. Before I started teaching, I used to think, honest to God, aerobics instructors, all you have to do is keep your right, left, and left straight and switch it, and that's it. It really shouldn't be that difficult. It really shouldn't be that difficult, but for some reason it is. Holy camole, feel the difference from the two sides? First side was like the sound of music. This side is like the death march in my body. Okay. Whew. I probably didn't hold that side as long, but okay. There we go. All right. Let's do another standing forward fold after that. Actually, let's not. Come to stand at the front of your mat. Take a generous step back with your left foot. Turn your hips so they face the long edge of your mat and turn your back feet in. Sink down through your right sit bone so that your front leg is at a 90-degree angle. Roll your right knee out. Lower your right elbow to the top of your right leg. Circle your round in front. Okay, arc that up. Turn your toes forward. Roll your hip bones forward. You're going to come all the way forward and drop your head. I'm going to stay like this, okay? But you're going to drop all the way forward. Okay. And then turn your right toes in and your left toes out. Sink down through your left sit bone so that your left knee is at a 90-degree angle. We're going to do the whole thing on the other side. Lower your left elbow to your left leg. Circle your right arm around in front so that you're in side angle pose on the other side. Okay, so draw your navel back to your spine, arc your right arm up, find your way out of this pose. And we're going to do legs up the wall. So when we do this, we're going to do a hand-body mudra series while we do it. So I want to show you the series before we do the legs up the wall. It's really quite simple. For the first two, you'll have your hands in this L-shaped position. First one, you'll have your hands at your rib cage like this. The second one, you just move them up to your armpits. The third one, you'll have your fingertips on your upper back like this. The fourth one, you'll have your fingers in the steeple mudra with your middle finger extended and your thumbs extended. With your middle finger at the top of your sternum and your thumbs at the bottom of your sternum. Okay? And then we're going to add one more, which is when you're lying on your back, you just have your arms overhead. Okay, so we're going to do all this with your legs up the wall. And if you don't have a wall, then you can do your legs on a chair, because we don't have a wall in here. So I'm going to do my legs on a chair. So we're going to get that set up. Okay, so to get your legs up the wall, the best thing is to sit right at the edge of your mat with your hips right against the wall. And then you swing your legs around. And then that's how you get your butt right against the wall. Then your legs will be right nice and tight in. And then it's nice and easy. Okay, so either, see how you always got resources at your hand. We can use the couch or whatever you have works. Okay, so first one, L shapes with your hands. You're going to rest out your rib cage. The palms of your hands are going to point towards your legs. Okay, now the second position, you just keep your hands in the same shape. Move your hands up so your thumbs are in your armpits. Feel for breath movement here. And the next hand position, you just take your fingertips and place them on your upper back. And then the final position for this mudra series is interlace your fingers except for the middle fingers and your thumbs for steeple mudra. Place your middle finger at the top of your sternum and your thumb at the base of your sternum. Press your palms together. And feel for breath movement underneath your sternum. This mudra is supposed to be really good for people with asthma. And then release your hands and wiggle and shake them out a little bit. And the final piece that we're going to do here is to take your arms overhead. Now, lots of people have a lot of shoulder tension here, so this won't be comfortable. Do what you can to make it comfortable. And what you can do to make it comfortable is to bend your elbows as much as you need to let your arms rest on the ground. So some of my students I've noticed this week have to bend their arms as much as a 90 degree angle to be comfortable here. Okay, so do what you need to here, and it might not even work for you. So if it doesn't, it doesn't, right? Maybe you need to take your arms out to the side. The intention behind this here is to come back to your whole torso, to feel breath movement in your whole torso. Okay, and then you can bring your arms in. Bring your legs down the wall if you have them up the wall. And roll to your side and come up to sitting. Okay, so you can sit with your legs straight out in front of you and bend your left leg in. And you don't have to have it right into your groin. You could have it a little bit out. In fact, you might want to take your left hand to the inside of your leg and turn away from your bent left leg. We're going to do an open twist here to make space for our bodies. And then come back to the center and switch. So bend your right leg and lift your right arm up. Take your right hand to the inside of your right leg. Turn away from your bent right leg. And you got to use your inner thigh muscles here because that right leg will wander. Keep it pressed in towards your midline. Okay, and then come back to the center. And I want to show you an idea. If you have a bolster for how to rest in Shavasana, well, you probably already know about this if you have a bolster, but if you have a bolster, this is how I would recommend doing your Shavasana today, would be to do your Shavasana supported like this. If you don't, get your pillows out and stack them. Okay, and the rest of you, make sure you lie down for a good 5 to 10 minutes to allow your body to integrate your practice. Thank you for joining us for episode 118 of Yoga with Melissa West.